Welcome to day 5. How y'all feeling?
Good.
We good? Anybody go to school today?
Yeah.
No?
I did it.
Anybody go to the pool?
Yeah.
Anybody drink their water?
Yeah.
Anybody drink their fruit? Eat their
Yeah.
fruit? Anybody do any math?
Yeah.
Anybody do any spelling? Why not?
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Let's go.
This is why we ran yesterday.
Hey. Hey, check me out. Check me out. We need to get moving. We need to get moving. Now, next week it'll be pads. Hey, we add, we never subtract. We add, we never subtract. Effort, effort, effort. Effort and more effort. Hey, I've been saying effort since conditioning, since the first day, yes?
Yeah.
Yes? Take this with you. Take this with you going into next week, Junior. I'm right here. Take this with you. Excellence is a habit. Excellence is a habit. If you want to be great at something, you have to do it the same way every single time. Excellence is a habit. When you brush your teeth, be excellent at it.
Butts down, let's go.
When you hug your mom, be excellent at it. I'm talking.
Hand on swivel.
Excellence is a habit. Listening. If you're going to listen, you need to be excellent at it.
Here we go.
You can't listen if you ain't looking at me. Excellence is a habit. Be great. Expect more from yourself. There's a lot of other kids out there. They ask us coaches, how you get your boys to do what they do? Because we put a lot of pressure on you.
I told y'all every day this week, stop false stepping. Put all your weight on the front leg. I'm tired of seeing this right here. That's a wasted step. That's a wasted step. You do this in a game, while your leg is in the air, someone gonna pop you. Because you're not moving nowhere. You already wasted a step and didn't move anywhere. Your first step should be, boom! All right, put all your weight on the front leg. Here we go. Bishop, you need to put your back leg back first. That's why you false step. There we go.
I need you to know the hypotenuse of a right angle. I need you to know what the Dow Jones average is. You need to know these things because you're young men. Be smart. Excellence is a habit. Do everything the best you can with max effort. Excellence is a habit. Do it right every single time. Don't let up. Let's go. Excellence is a habit. Let's go. Louder. Stop. Do it again. Louder. Excellence is a habit. Do it right.
Ready, begin.
Yeah, we ain't ready for the spelling bee. We ain't ready for the spelling bee.
Do the jumping jack.
Turn around and watch it. Look at your man.
Do the jumping.
I need. Good job, Josh. Get him higher, Josh. Excellence is a habit. Pay attention. Amir, turn around.
I need. Pay attention.
Go.
Nate, why'd you undo that?
Good, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, come on.
Butt kickers. Butt kickers.
Notice one thing, they fire up.
Hard work on me, hard work on 3. 1, 2, 3, hard work!
Coach right here.
You got some nice new helmets.
Right here.
Bengals with the jet black, the matte black helmets. Looking tight. Man, you guys got a serious conditioning coach over there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All the way up.
Let's go.
All the way up.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Right here. Right here. Right here.
Get there. Get there. Sprint. Sprint.
Top the feet. Top the feet. Top the feet. High knees. Let's go. High knees. Get him up. Get him up. Get him up. Come Come on, pump the arms. This is dead arms. This is dead arms. You don't do high knees like this, do you? You pump them arms. Let's go. Pump them. Pump them. Pump them. Pump them. Come on, get them up. Get them up. This is high knees. Let's go. It's the last day. Let's go. Right here. Right here. Chop feet. Chop feet. Chop feet. Chop feet. Here we go. We going up there. Here we go. Down.
All the way down, all the way down.
Down. Down.
Get up. Not perfect.
Let's go. Down.
We gonna start us a little conditioning work with this. Everybody gonna see this and they gonna be pushing their kids to go crazy because he's got these kids right here with a fit.
We gonna keep going till y'all stop playing. Down. Come on. Down. Down.
Chop, let's go.
Right here. Pause. Chop. Chop position. Let's go. Hold it.
Well, this is Hell Week for the Vacaville Bengals, and we know the Vacaville Bengals call it Hell Week for a reason because they put their kids through the conditions. What got into your coach over there, Quentin, man? He looks fired up and the kids look fired up too. What's going on with him?
Oh man, you know, just inspiration, man. You gotta keep these kids motivated, and motivation goes a long way, you know, when you have a lack of talent. But when you have talent, it even goes a further way.
Hey, he's definitely got the kids fired up. In the background, you can see him. He's actually running with the kids. That's some different kind of connection that he's making with his kids over there. So, how's that make you feel, man?
Oh yeah, that's good. You know, that gives the coaches, the players, inspiration.
Yeah.
You know, when the coach runs with you, you see the coach doing it too. That makes you feel like you can do it also. So he's just doing it by example. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a team bond for real.
Oh yeah. Yes,
all right,
sir.
Coach. I'm gonna get back with you in a second. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Massive conditioning going on here. And the kids, they look great at day 5.
Ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Excellent. Get ready. Let's go. Let's go. Put that mouth. All eyes up here. Listen up. We go. Coach is talking. You guys want to run with them? We can do that too. Coach is talking right there. Hey, when do we move? Good. 5 people said it. When do we move? All right. Don't think we forgot. You guys owe us 5 laps. Put that helmet on, John. This is your chance to get him back. Get used to it. Get used to your helmet. On the ball. Excellence is a habit. Look at the ball. Go. Excellence is a habit. Excellence is a habit. Excellence is a habit. Let's go. Excellence is a habit. How come you ain't ready? Excellence is a habit. Ball goes, we go. Ball goes, we go. You're not even looking at the ball. The ball is right there. Excellence is a habit. Let's go. We're gonna do it right. Let's go. What you waiting for, Nathan? Come on.
Watch the ball, John.
Go, little John.
Go.
Marky, you already went.
How you doing, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
Pretty good. So introduce yourself for all those Bengals family out there.
I'm Coach Dominic, head coach of the 2018 Tiny Mikes.
Okay, so how's the team looking this year?
We're looking good so far. It's real small, young, but we're trying to go defend our championship.
So you have a lot of returners or a lot of new guys?
We
or
only got
what?
about 3 or 4 returners.
Okay, 3 or 4. So you're gonna have a lot of load on your shoulders.
Real young team. That's right.
Hey, you guys looking pretty good out there, coaching so far. Introduce some of your coaching staff.
All right. I got Coach Garth here.
Okay.
Garth. Coach Garth. Right here.
Okay.
Coach Matt.
All right.
Coach Joe. With
Okay.
the ball.
Yep. Okay, I'll get him later.
Everybody knows Coach Smitty.
Okay, Coach Smith back there. Man,
Got my
so
junior coach right here.
okay, that's what's up.
Yep.
And Coach Smitty was being very inspirational with his speech. He expects a lot of the kids, huh?
All day.
All day.
day,
And
all night.
so what's more important to you right now? Getting these kids technical or getting them more physical with the conditioning?
This week is all conditioning.
Okay.
And we're starting to get our offense in
Okay.
a little bit, kind of place everybody where we think they should go.
Okay.
Come Monday, put pads on, and we'll continue on running our offense, really getting that started.
Okay.
We got a few good weeks until Jamboree, so hopefully we'll be looking all right.
All right, cool. Anything that you want to tell your parents out there? I know, just asking for support or telling the parents things.
Parent participation is a must. It's big. It helps everybody out, and I appreciate the help we've gotten so far. Watch out for it.
Okay.
With these matte black helmets, I think we're going to be clean this year. We're going to be looking good, and playing hard.
Okay, now that's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, sir, and I'm definitely going to catch back up with you in a second.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Get your butt down. Get your butt down.
Yep.
Let's go.
Sit.
Let's go, Robinson. Let's go. Let's go.
Feel the burn, let's go.
Faster. 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 Let's go. Move. Work. Work.
Cheat me.
Work.
Cheat me.
Work.
Let's go.
Go.
Right here. Chop your feet. Chop your feet.
Go. 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 Come on, let's go.
Squat jumps, let's go. Squat jumps, let's go. Come on. Don't cheat.
All the way down.
10 more good
Go,
seconds.
buddy.
Man, so you having fun out here?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's always fun, man. You know, I enjoy teaching the kids the game of football, and I think they enjoy learning it.
What do you get the most out of this?
The most satisfaction is these kids learning the game of football, and once it clicks in their head, they just fall in love with it. So them falling in love with the sport, that keeping them out of trouble, is what makes me happy, man.
Oh yeah, real talk. Is football one of the funnest sports, or would you say what is your funnest sport?
Well, football is fun to me because it's intense, and I think, as an alpha male, you like to be in intense moments. You know what I mean? So the real intense boys who have a lot of energy love football because they come out here and they run all day and they burn all that energy out. And I think at the end of the day, it makes them feel better and it keeps them conditioned. We run this epidemic with all this fast food, all these big guts around here. Everybody's fat, and this gives them a sense of conditioning that they can take with drills that they can go with all the way through life, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. If once you learn this and someone teaches you, definitely don't need to go get a fitness trainer or something. You already know it.
Definitely.
How are you guys going to keep these kids safe?
What we're doing is every year and all through the season, we go to clinics and we take online courses, watch videos. They have one online that anybody can go to. It's free. It's called the Seahawk Tackling Drill. And this drill, they use their shoulders to tackle with, aiming at thighs and grabbing and twisting and rotating instead of the old school way, telling them to hit with the front of your helmet. So all the hitting in front of your helmet days is over. Now it's with the shoulders, mid-waist, nice form tackling where you're not hurting your back and just wrapping up and driving. So that's pretty much the what we're learning today.
Okay, so how does a kid bust through the hole without using the helmet?
Well, he has to lower that shoulder.
Okay.
So it's no more helmets, it's lowering the shoulder, or you better have a good juke move.
Okay.
But it's the same thing with the NFL. You can't lead with your head.
Okay.
So it's all leading with your shoulders now. And it's shoulder to shoulder. It's no helmet play no more because as the CTE is out and everybody knows about it. So now we're just coming up with more safe ways to play this game of football.
All right.
But does it make kids tough? Does football make kids tough?
I don't think it's needed. I mean, football never made a kid tough.
Okay.
I mean, if a kid is tough, he's tough. I know kids that loudmouth, that hit hard, and I know kids that are quiet, that hit hard, and that are passive personties. When they put that helmet on, it transforms them into a beast.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
if you're just aggressive by nature, you're just aggressive by nature. Football is not for everybody. Sometimes it's too aggressive for some kids, and you might have to put them in basketball or soccer or baseball, and maybe they might have to work up to it. So it's definitely not for everybody. For the more aggressive kids, it's definitely for them.
Okay, cool. I see you out here working the kids to death on your squad. So tell me a little bit about the conditioning and why you do the conditioning.
Well, what we do the conditioning for is because we go out of town, Sacramento, and some hot places down towards that way. El Dorado, we got to go to this year, and it's 110, 107 degrees. You want these guys to be in shape. It's 4 quarters. You don't want them to be wear down. Then obviously it just keeps them in shape for the rest of the season. A lot of these kids start here chubby, and by the end of the season, they're nice, slim, and trim. And when they come back the next year, they're not as big as they were the year before that. Now imagine them doing that 5 or 6 years down the line. By the time they get to 13, they can't even get fat on them no more. Their metabolism has changed, actually. And I've seen it with multiple kids where the metabolism has changed, and those kids are fit kids all the way through high school and through the young adulthood. So, I mean, does that answer the question?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
And that definitely did answer the question. And honestly, yeah, it's definitely very, impact. Well, how does it impact the kids though? The physical conditioning. Would you say with just their overall self-esteem?
Yeah.
And what does it do?
Well, the physical conditioning, what it does is it just lets them know that they can do it. So you push them as hard as you can push them. So when they get to that point in the season where they're getting pushed hard, they've been there before. So it just makes it real easy to go ahead and push yourself a little bit further and get it done. And that's all part of life, The things I try to teach the kid is attack, I mean, it's called, it's a 3 A's. We call it adjust, attack, accomplish. And that's what we always do in life. We're adjusting in all of our lives, whether it's jobs, moving, kids, whatever, we're adjusting. We got to attack the goals after you make the goals, and then you accomplish them. So that's the same thing that we teach in football. You got to attack it. So we're attacking these drills, we're attacking them, we're going to address them, and then we're going to accomplish them. And then that's pretty much what it is. So, you know, even when they feel like they can't go no more and they push themselves, in life, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna see a hard time, they're gonna be like, you know what, I've been through something hard before, let me try to push myself through it and get through it, and it's definitely a good life lesson, man.
Hey.
Adjust, attack, accomplish. That's what you're gonna do all through your life. We're doing it today. You don't think about it that way, but if you explain it to the kids that way in that simple form, then they understand.
Man, you out here just like all the other coaches. I went over and seen some of your old time friends over at the Fairfield Falcons, you know, a lot of the old Warriors and stuff is over there. And you know, we're all family, man. I love all you guys. And that's why I come out and try to support you guys. But yeah, you guys all have a great edge on sports, and hopefully you guys will all watch each other's videos and you all will grow off of it. You know what I mean? So, hey, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all the knowledge that you're giving. Let me see if I got any more questions for you.
All right.
I'm gonna wish you good luck this year, man, on your season.
Thank you.
How you think you're gonna do?
I think it's championship or bust. We got so much talent, man. If the team ain't coming with it, they're gonna be in for a long day.
All right. All right, that's what's up, man. So good luck.
Thank you.
And you know how we do it. This is the Bengals.
Bees up.
All right.
All right.
So what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, feeling great. Feeling great, I'm blessed. I woke up this morning, life is good.
Hey, I see you over there being super enthusiastic, teaching the kids some super life lessons, and your expectations are high.
They are.
Oh, yeah, and that's top-notch coaching. A lot of people can't coach like that, so I got to give you props on that one.
Thank you.
Hey, so tell me, what do you love about football the most?
Football, man, I think I just like the camaraderie it builds with little kids, especially at this age. You know, when you get older, past college, it gets more business. Even when you get to high school, it probably becomes a little bit more business than what it should. But here, these kids is new. Some of them never played football. Some of them never played sports. And just to incorporate them into an environment where they got to compete and they got to test themselves at 5 and 6 years old, that goes a long way, you know, and you teach them things that sports probably wouldn't teach them otherwise, you know. So that's why I like it. It almost builds a brotherhood with little kids, you know, and they're gonna make friends forever. You know, they're friends for a lifetime.
Real talk. You know, I'm reading all the time, and they, you know, yeah, you're making prints, you know, and you're literally like guiding them through life. You're a super mentor, and you're like one of those high level mentors with all the knowledge that you're giving.
Thank you.
Talking about the Dow Jones and all. And you know what, real talk, because the kid, they might listen to that. What was he talking about, the Dow Jones? Maybe he going out to his parents.
Exactly, and then when he gets into economics class as a senior in high school,
already heard it.
He'd have heard it. It's not a shock to him, and he's not behind with every. You know, I don't say everybody. He's not behind. He's already advanced enough to have heard Dow Jones, even if he didn't know what it means. You know, I like to give them a word, effervescence.
Yeah.
No one knows that word, but it's the bubbly stuff that makes the soda fizz.
Okay.
You know, and I didn't hear that word till I got to college. Someone should have taught me that a long time ago.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do with them. You know, if I can just enlighten them.
You just taught everybody in the video
Well,
that.
see,
You know what I'm saying? So,
if I can bring one thing to them, they may not remember it right now, but when they get older, they'll remember to look back and be like, man, I remember Coach Smith, he was just saying that every day. So, you know, man, football out here with these kids, man, is more than football. I tell them that all the time. It's more than football.
So I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you some more questions.
All right.
So, you know, I'm always thinking that football it like makes kids tough. Do you think it makes a kid tough, or is that just something that's automatically in a kid?
That's a great question, man. And I personally, I think it can be both ways. It can be innate in a child, because I think surroundings and environment kind of mentor a young man's mind, so he may see things totally different than somebody else may see it. So yeah, it can be innate.
Yeah.
On the flip side, because I know this for sure, I've taken young 5, 6, 7-year-olds who were timid, for lack of a better word, coming out here, and then by the time they got 8, 9 years old, they were straight beast. Because you have to instill in them that you can do whatever you put your mind to. And if you believe in yourself, it doesn't matter who's out here, how many people it is, how big they are, how far it is. It can be done as long as you believe in yourself.
Yeah, you
so the
you
toughness,
develop their mind.
The toughness comes in here. The toughness comes in here. You know, so I think it's both ways. I think you can have it, but I think it can be learned also if it's done the right way.
Okay, so let's talk conditioning. I want to hear your view on conditioning. What is it? What are we doing the conditioning for, and how is it going to benefit these kids?
Okay, so conditioning for me is, again, a matter of mind. And to me, it has to start little, because when you introduce proper eating habits, proper drinking habits, you're cutting out sugar, hamburgers, Kool-Aid, even some of the Gatorade. You know, if you can just get a kid to do water, fruits, introduce fruits, whole grains, you know, brown rice, wheat, bread, things like that. Now, the conditioning, you can't out-exercise a bad diet. You can't out-exercise a bad diet. So we can be out here running them all day, but if they're not eating right, then it's useless.
Yeah.
So conditioning is two parts. You got to put the work in, but then you got to fuel the body properly, you know? And so at this age, hopefully what I try to do is say, get the water in you, leave the candy alone, eat a lot of vegetables, and understand that just because you're a kid doesn't mean you can't be in shape.
Yeah.
You know, that's conditioning to me, man, you know.
So you think it's building the kids' mind up, or is it building their bodies up more, or their minds up more?
I think it's building their minds up, because everybody's going to grow at their own different rate.
Yeah.
You know, some are going to sprout, some are going to go wide, some are just stay normal.
I'm gonna interject here just for 1 second too, because I think it's honestly both too, because like the mind, especially, you're getting kids mentally tough for sure.
Yes.
But physically, dude, I ain't even gonna lie. I've seen this time and time again, year after year, where teams are a little bit more physical.
Yeah.
They're making their kids do push-ups like for punishments and things like that throughout the whole season. To the end of the season, these kids are just like too much physically to handle for most teams.
Understood.
I mean, and then they're I guess wind, they have a lot of wind, but it's just the muscle. Like they're like little, like when you're truly athletic, you know what I mean, and you're firing on all your cylinders, you know what I mean, and that's hard to deal with when people are super athletic.
And at this level, kids are so small and they'll listen to you. So as long as you're telling them the right way as far as conditioning, feeding them properly, motivating them properly. See, because what you said, I just want to go back to what you said about the kids, you know, getting pushed hard with the push-ups and stuff. Yeah, that's good, but then you got to reinforce them when they do good. You just can't get on a kid when he's doing bad. So when it's come to conditioning and you see a kid doing his push-ups the right way, or he's really doing his sprints the way, you gotta reward him somehow, some way. You gotta reward him, acknowledging, standing out in front of somebody. So now he knows, it's registering. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excellence is a habit. If I do it right, I get rewarded.
Yeah.
So you're doing that all year, and then come playoffs or that championship game, everything is. It's routine now. It's routine.
Yeah.
This hard work, this sweat, these tears, this stomach, this cramp, it's routine. I know it's gonna pass. I just gotta do my best and get through it. It all works together, man.
I hear
it all
you.
works together.
Okay, so I have one last question for you. And do you think that a kid needs to be tough to play football? That's the last question I'm gonna ask you. No. So just smart to do it?
You have to be smart.
And just skilled. Yeah.
You have to be smart. You don't have to be tough. You know, a tough man walks away.
Okay, and I lied to you. One more question, because I know
right.
you're the knowledgeable one out here. How you gonna keep these kids out here safe, man? Because I know it's controversial with all the heads up stuff, and and you're starting these guys off at the young level, so it's kind of your job to instill in them early what's going on. You're like the start of the chain. So how you gonna do that?
Man, dude, you got great questions, bro.
This way.
Well,
Shuffle,
first and foremost, believe it or not, I pray before we come to practice that Lord being, He protects all these young men to let them walk off this field like they walked on. That's number one. That's number one. Then, as far as I'm concerned, and I know most of my coaches are, we teach them to hit properly, head up, see what you're hitting. You know, that rip through, rip his head off. That doesn't work. It doesn't work, you know. So my goal, number one, is to get every child that I coach home safely. I want someone to do that for my kids if they were playing. Now my kids are older now, but I would want someone to do that. I entrusted you to take care of my child, so I accept the responsibility that these parents give me. I have their child's life in my hand, so to speak. I mean, if something goes wrong, it's on us. So first and foremost, I pray, and I pray before every game, you know, that we're blessed upon that we can walk off this field. And as far as the physical goes, it's a constant reminder, especially with 5 and 6 year olds and 7-year-olds, is head up, head up, head up, head up, see what you're hitting, head up, see what you're hitting, head up, see what you're hitting. So as far as the safety goes, that's how I approach it. So far since 2005, it's worked. I'm not going to say, knock on wood, anything can happen, but I also try to really, honest to God, I really do my best to protect these kids the best I can, because like I said, man, I don't want to be that coach that got to tell a parent that something terrible happened to their child, man. So I just want to say thank you to all the parents that brought their child out here. Come and root hard as you can for the Bengals, for our Tiny Mice, and for the other boys. Look forward to big things. I hope to see y'all out there cheering the pom-poms. Black and orange, baby.
Hey, that's what's up, man. It sounds like you got you a good group of parents.
Yeah, we do.
And that's what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
Hey, one last thing, I'm going to let you go. But remember, and you do a great job out there mentoring these kids.
Thank you.
Make sure you connect with each and every last one of them.
Will do.
You know, so that they remember who you are, because I know you're going to make that life-standing impact in their life. So,
yes, sir.
Right on, Coach.
Yes, sir. Will do, man. Thank you.
Smitty, man, you're doing an awesome job out
Thank
there.
you, sir.
Right on, Coach.
Good night, everyone.
All right, guys.
Right on, man. Thank you.
What's up, sir? How you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How you liking it out here today?
I'm loving it, man. These little kids, it's the next generation of us.
Oh, hey, real talk. I love to come out and meet the passionate parents, because we always got a new couple passionate parents every year yelling from the sidelines. Hey, and that's what it's all about. Next year you'll be out here coaching. You know what I'm saying?
I told her I didn't know I can coach. I'll be out here coaching for sure next year.
I can see the passion already. hey, what's your name, man?
Hey, my name is Justin.
All right. Hey, we'll be seeing you out here next year, Justin.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man.
All right, man.
Hey.
You been watching everybody? You know what to do? Okay, well, you're facing the wrong way. Thank you. Back. Shuffle. Shuffle. Come back. There you go. Okay, back. Good, 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 good. Keep going, keep going. Go down. Nice.
Work. That's good work, fellas.
That's good work right there.
That's good work. Exactly what they said. Good work. Good work. Let's get a break. Let's get another lap. Well, on your way back, when you come back, get your water, all right? Damari, call it. Whatever you want, family or hard work, whatever.
Bengals on me. Bengals on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bengals.
There's the team. There's the team.
Stay together.
Let's go. Mike it.
What? I just came up with another question. With another question. Do you think enthusiastic coaches make a difference?
Definitely enthusiastic coaches make a difference. All you gotta do is point the camera over that way. You're gonna see we always got our enthusiastic coaches, and we got our coaches with the X's and O's. We got our quiet coaches, we got our loud coaches. We need a good mixture of everything. That's what keep it balanced, man.
You sure do. So definitely, you guys, you need a hype man, enthusiastic coach.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Everybody take notes. So you see the performance that the kids are putting out because of that enthusiasm. So gotta give it up.
Yes, sir. Bees up.
What's up? What's up?
Hey.
I'm coming over here to visit the straight domination team.
Well, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Come on, holler.
Work for y'all.
10 more seconds. 10 more hard seconds. 10 more seconds in perfect form. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
didn't come because we're so talented. Talent don't win games. Talent does not win games. If you believe that team is going to win based on talent, you're in the wrong line of work. Hard work is how we got to the top. Discipline is how we got to the top. Why you think we make you guys all go down at one time? Discipline. All right? Everybody ready to put the work in again? You sure? Yes, sir. You sure? Yes, sir. All right, everybody on their stomach. Let's go. You ready to work?
Let's go.
You ready to work?
Let's go.
You ready to work?
Let's go.
All right, when I say up, you go up. Up. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. When I say where's the weakness, you say there is none. Where's the weakness? There is none. Where's the weakness? There is none. Where's the weakness? There is none. Down.
Count 1, 2.
Up.
So how you doing, sir?
Great. I'm great. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Introduce yourself for the Vacaville Bengals family.
All right. My name is Anthony Ramsey. I am assistant coach on the 11U level. This is my first year with the Bengals. Previously, I got 5 years of coaching experience with the Berkeley Bears. 12U, 10U. I coach quarterbacks, line.
You college?
I got a year and a semester at Fresno State.
Okay, I mean you're coaching. Is it the college team?
No.
Okay, so
youth team.
Youth team. Okay. I was about to be like, woo, woo. But no, that's good, man. Regardless, we're all doing youth sports out here. You know how that goes.
Definitely.
But so tell me, what do you love the most about football?
When I was growing up, it was always the tough man sport. The tough kids, the aggressive kids. That's the sport they played.
Okay. Let's talk safety, especially. I mean, are you familiar with Dean's team?
Yes, sir.
Because Dean's team, they go especially hard.
Yeah.
How are you going to keep these kids safe?
But just preaching the fundamentals and breaking everything down individually. Like, yeah, you tackling drills, but it's the process to the tackling drills. Your first movement, your second movement, your third movement, everything. Make sure everything is followed to the T safely. Like, I don't know if you wasn't out, but we had the kids working on tackling without helmets. That way, without a helmet covering their head, they're going to be that much more adept at protecting their head instead of using their head as a weapon.
Exactly. So you're teaching the heads up, out the way type of tackling drills.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Well, I see you guys over here giving the kids this excellent conditioning, and I heard the coach over there giving the spill on his conditioning, I guess, views on it. What are your views on it, and how important is the conditioning over here on the scene?
Bust on 3.
Conditioning is very important because season, I mean, youth football is a long season. It's ever changing. Even though the regular season stops in like October, some kids be well into February still playing. And if you're not in condition, like, the body will break down, and it's easier to get hurt.
Okay. Man, do you think football players need to be tough? When I grew up, I always thought, like, the kids that actually was exposed to football were actually a little bit tougher than the kids that weren't. Do you think that's actually true?
Yes, definitely. Just the nature of the game is violent. Everything is with some kind of aggression, whether you're blocking, you're tackling, you're running. Every form of this game has aggression
but
to
it's
it.
not, I mean, it's violent, but it's not, it's a controlled violent, it's a controlled aggression, I would say. It's a sport, you know what I mean?
But
So
what other sport allows you to slam into each other running full speed?
You know, that's true. Other than like, rugby, they be going even harder with no helmets, and they probably crazy. We ain't playing a rugby, we ain't that crazy.
Yeah,
We need some helmets.
I know.
But no, real talk. Okay, so the last thing is with the conditioning and how does that help with the kids' confidence?
I would say because it makes them stronger. So You know, when you at
Mentally
home
tough.
and looking in that mirror and all of a sudden you start seeing definition in the arms and in the shoulders.
Puts that chip on your shoulder. Oh yeah,
definitely.
All right, sir. Hey, I want to thank you for being a part of this video. And hey, I like to remind all the coaches out here, you know, that it's more than just football, man. We're all family
Life
out here.
lessons.
So I want to encourage you to get out there and meet some of these parents, make some connections. And it seems like you guys are pretty tight with all your kids and stuff. But you know, if there's any kids that you can make connections with on other teams and things like that, make those connections out there, man. Because these are lifelong memories. We're gonna be out here. And this is what it's all about, man. It's family. So I always encourage that family love, and it's more than just football, right?
Yes,
so,
sir.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, you have a nice one, and good luck this season, man. I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to get a victory from you guys, but they're gonna try. So they're gonna be coming.
Yeah.
So, all right. So good luck.
Definitely.
All right.
Let's go.
Lead this group, all right? A championship mentality is not inherent. Not everybody knows how to get there. Once you get there, you never forget it. You never want to be anything but a champion once you become one. Teach them how to get there. All right?
Yes, coach.
All right. Go get water.
So first of all, I got to start bowing and giving you guys respect, man, because, you know, putting up the kind of numbers that you guys put up and the domination that you guys do out on that field, the Dean team, you guys were off the hook. So first of all, I'm going to ask you the simple questions, and man, I got to give it up to you too. There's a lot of leadership coming from the Bengals squad, like, you know, experience, I would probably call it, experience. So yeah, I just got to say that real quick before we start the interview. I've seen experience from each team that's just a little bit higher than the average, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, and you guys are ex-Warriors, so it's not like it's only coming from the Bengals. It's just coming from, I would say, motivated and passionate parents that really put their all for the kids. So I got to give it up to you for that. So tell me, man, what do you love the most about football?
The passion. What unifies us on the field, unifies us in our community. Passion that you cannot relive in any other sport. The yelling, the assertion, the aggression, the physicality, all of that unites on the football field, and that's something that you can't get from any other sport.
Yeah, and it's like a city united thing too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I completely agree with you on that. Explain a little bit about your thoughts on conditioning. Why is it so important?
I believe that conditioning not only prepares athletes for the battlefield, but it prepares them for life. Conditioning is not something that's just a physical, it's a mental thing. When these kids get out here day one, a lot of them have never done a push-up in their life. By the time we get them the end of the week, they can do 20 in a row.
Yeah.
That's a psychological advantage that they cannot get anywhere else.
Yeah.
The physicality that it takes to play football is really undervalued. So if we can get these kids to get the confidence to do push-ups, to do squats, to run, we can get them to do anything.
Yeah, and I gotta say, you guys are really organized, much more organized than the average team, so I gotta give you props for that.
Appreciate it.
Okay, and I got another question. Do you think football makes kids tough?
It's a tough question. First of all, it takes a little toughness to play football. And when you play football, it breeds toughness. So it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
There's a fine line between assertion and aggression. In order to play football, you have to have both. It's not just a physical. Aggression is the physical part of it. Assertion is the mental part. So when they leave playing with this program, they find themselves more assertive, willing to speak up for themselves, as well as being more physical on the football field.
Yeah. All right, so the last thing I'm gonna leave you with, and I know you do a great job of connecting with your kids. All your kids are definitely look like they're connected with their coach. How do you think it builds a kid's confidence playing football?
Again, as I said, they build bonds from football through their conditioning that builds their confidence. It builds their psyche up. A lot of kids have never had a brotherhood before. That's what football is.
Yeah.
It's the most connected sport that there is. The quarterback can't throw the ball without getting it from the center. Mm-hmm. The running back can't get the ball without getting it from the quarterback. What the bonds that we build here are bonds for life. Most of these athletes have been playing together 4 and 5 years, and they're just bringing more brothers in onto the program.
Yeah.
So it builds confidence for them to go out there and know that they belong to a fraternity.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you definitely do remember all your football friends and buddies that you play with in the past. So
Absolutely.
I gotta agree with you. So Coach, I got to give it up to you, man. You're doing an awesome job with the kids. Good luck this season. I don't think anybody's going to have a chance against you guys this year. We'll see. You know, there's always a chance. I don't want to count anybody out, but man, it's always a hard thing to put a battle up against you guys. So good luck. Where's the big man Dean at?
He's working with the kids, getting our equipment and all that stuff ready, making sure that we look good.
Okay.
We want to look good and feel good.
Okay, so he's down at the equipment shed.
Yeah,
so I'll try to catch him later. Okay, all right. Well, props to Dean, man. I always got a lot of respect for Dean. He's doing big things, and I always got to give it up to the guys that's putting all into the kids. And he is about one of the dedicatedest guys that I know when it comes to the kids. So that's what's up. Big thumbs up to you guys. All right.
Absolutely, appreciate it.
All right, man.
Touch my feet. In, out. Boom. That's all you're doing. Okay? Get your tempo. Go. Good. Good. Good job, Cameron. Good. There you go. I need a little bend in your knees, though. There you go. Good. Go. No, go back. Hey. In and then out. In and then out, okay? Okay, pump the arms the whole time. All right, here we go. Go. Good job. Control yourself. Good. Good. Go. Control. Good. No, go back. In and then out. Okay. Go.
Good job.
Good job. Control, Emery. Control. Good. Control. You got it now. Control. Good job. Finish. Go.
All right, good job, buddy.
And control. Come on. Control. Good. Control your feet, Leonidas. Good. There you go. Finish it just like that. Go. Control your feet, buddy. Go. Remember to pump the arms, Ruben. Don't worry about the camera. Keep going. He gonna get you. That's much better, Ruben. Go. Much better, Ruben. Control, Gavin. Chop. Get the first one. Other side now. Go on the other side. Now your right foot goes in. Same thing. Go. Good job, Travis. Nice. Go. Good job, Henry. That's how you finish. Nice, Leonidas. Nice. Go. Good job, buddy. Control the ball, JBL. I'm getting it. Watch me. Push them straight back. That's it. You gotta go. It should be fun. Go in front of him. I need you to do what I just did. Knock me on my butt. Everybody standing. Down. Down. Hey. Down. Down. Say it. Arm down. Nathan, touch the ground. Push it. Good. That's why we're here. All right, hey, bring it in.
Do y'all see how important it is to pay attention? What just happened? You fell on your butt. You ran into your teammate, right? Pay attention. What we're trying to show you out here is to help you guys out, okay? I'm trying to show you guys how to do this right, okay? If you don't listen in that game, you're gonna get knocked in your butt and it ain't gonna feel good, okay? I guarantee it. You're gonna come out that game crying, guaranteed, okay? Everything we're trying to do right now is for you guys' safety, for you guys to have fun, okay? So we can win ball games. That's it, all right? Do y'all get that?
Yeah.
Backstop and back.
Backstop, run.
Yeah.
Just need to do the down set.
I'm probably gonna need this for the next 2 weeks.
It was all over the place.
Alright.
Do a little relay.
Alright.
At least give them some fun to do today. Finish up. All the way to the fence. All the way to the fence. All the way in. Get some water. Get some water, fellas, right here. Come on, bro. Down. 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 Back, get your butt circle. Down. Buddy, put your hands up to the chin. There you go. Oh, right. Your hands are like this.
Get out the drill, get out the drill. Go. Good. Go. Go. Good job. Go. Nice. Go. Good. Go. Let's go. Don't look at the ground. Good job, McGee. Good job, McGee. Come on, baby, go. Get it up.
What's up? How you feeling?
Good.
All right.
Number 11.
You're looking good too.
I know.
Let's go, Coach. How you doing?
Good, how about you, man?
I'm doing pretty good. So, man, tell me, what keeps bringing you out here year after year? What do you love the most about football?
Man, the kids, man. Just teaching them the game I love.
Yeah.
You know, it's my last year, man. I'm gonna hang it up.
Okay.
My youngest son.
Come back, let's go.
Gotta watch my other sons, right? They're in high school. I got a senior.
Let's go,
got a sophomore. So now it's time to get my business going.
Hey, well, you know what? You've created a nice legacy here in Vacaville, and I know there's tons of kids that look up to you for all the coaching that you've done. So you gotta give it up. Hats off to that. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So I'm gonna get down to the important stuff. How you gonna keep these kids safe this year?
You know, just proper techniques. You know, we're teaching them how to hit properly, not hit lead with our heads. We're playing 14U this year, so it's going to be a little bit different. The size. Some of these guys are going to be a lot bigger than us, so we got to get them with techniques. Got to get them with speed. That's what's going to beat them.
Okay. So conditioning, man. What's your views on the conditioning?
Conditioning. We got to be conditioned. Playing a big team like that, we got to tire them out.
Okay.
You know. We've been doing we haven't even thrown the ball this condition.
Okay,
pretty much
so focusing a lot on condition and stuff.
Yes.
So what are you gonna do for the season? Are you gonna still condition throughout the season? Or are you gonna,
absolutely.
Okay.
We want to do condition every day.
Okay. Okay, I hear you, man. This is your 14th of you, so this is your last year. You know what I mean? So I feel you, man. You got some things to prove out there. So hats off to you, and I know you're gonna get this accomplished this year. Work them kids to death if you can do it. You know what I mean? Real talk. All right, so do you think football in general makes kids tough, man?
Absolutely.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think it makes them tougher? Do you think it will take a weak kid and turn them tough, or what are your views?
I think it will take a weak kid and turn them tough.
You think most kids benefit from playing football?
Absolutely.
I do too, man. Honestly, I do. Just the physical aspect and mind, the benefits from mental toughness and all that. It's a wonderful thing. So I've been going around and telling all the kids, which I know I don't have to tell you, man, because you're a big role model in the community. But I want to stress to everybody about loving the community and that just giving everybody the support and stuff like that, and to make connections with everybody that you see. So if there's parents out there in the stands that you don't know, even kids on other teams that you don't know, tap them on the shoulder, introduce yourself, because this is family, and that's what I want to promote. I'm going to all the leagues around that want to invite me out, so I'm promoting this with the Fairfield Falcons. We're Love, the Warriors, all these guys, they're all our old family, and we're timing out. We're going into the high school level, so just want to give it up, man, and make sure that we all stay connected as a family. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about that? You making connections with the kids?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. All the time. Coach Greer loves the kids.
Okay. And also, too, you guys are exceptional role models to the kids. So tell me a little bit about how you've been mentoring the kids this year.
This year, actually, with my church F3, we've been working out with all our kids and pretty much all the F3 boys running hills, even the coaches running hills.
Okay.
Training 3 times a week.
And that's learning by example. You out there doing it, too. I need to get out there with you because I'm out of shape. No, real talk. Hey, so hats off to you, man. Like I said, it's all about community effort. We do these for the kids, so hats off to you. And this year, good luck on getting that championship.
Appreciate it.
All right, dog.
All right.
Let's go. 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 Go all the way around. Go all the way around. Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. 6. Down. 7. Ready? Let's go. 2. Go. Set. Set.
serious, obviously. But
Run through. Let's go. On one. Down. And that goes for y'all two in the back also. Set. On one. You gotta finish. You gotta finish. I told you, Q, you can do it, Q. Finish up, Q. I do 5 short ones. 1 more or 5? On 2. On 2. You better run past me. Down. Set. Hut. Hut. You better run, Q. You better run, Q. You better run! On one, run the coach away. On one. No! Set! Hut!
man, what's up? What's up?
What's going on?
It's been another wonderful year gone by, and it's football season again. How's it feeling?
Feels good, you know. It feels good to be back. You know, we just went through that little stretch of track and baseball, but now it's time to get down to football, which was our favorite sport, you know, growing up.
Hey, I gotta give it up to you. I always see pictures of your daughter out there, man. She look like, man, she's a beast on that track field. No joke.
She's trying. She's trying. She's going into her junior year now.
Yeah.
Time flying.
Hey, congratulations. Give her my props because, you know, I see her and, you know, just the physical physique that she's got, you know, going, man, that looks nice. You know, my girl did gymnastics too, so, you know, just physical, I'm all into that, you know what I mean? So,
that's where it started at. Gymnastics. We got her in her first sport with gymnastics.
Okay. Yeah, and it definitely does. It's the start of some good athletes, you know what I mean? So tell me, sir, first, if they don't know you, most people probably already know who you are, but introduce yourself for the Vacaville family out there.
Okay, yeah, I'm Coach Bryant, Michael Bryant. This is, I believe, my 5th year coaching with the Bengals. 6 years with the team, my son playing. My oldest son went through the Bengals, Mighty Might all the way to junior midgets. Now I got my youngest one, he started from Tiny Mites, and now he's a junior midget. No, actually he's a midget now. Wow. 14U.
Man, it's been a long time. You guys are our family to me, man. Like I said, I definitely had to come over here and give you guys props on what you guys are doing with the kids. Okay, I'm gonna have some more questions for you. How you gonna keep these kids safe this year with all the controversy with the heads up stuff? You looking to train this year?
Yes, definitely. We, of course, you know, all the coaches have to go through the course and, you know, learn, spend a couple of hours just learning about concussions. We have an app on our phone this year, which we downloaded. It's a little bit better, also because it's more hands-on. It just don't have to be verbal. Kids can actually use the phone, the app, to take the test. And this is a real good tool. So this year we're really looking for safety, you know, because we know the drop in football and youth football has really dropped. A lot of kids left and went to flag football, you know, it's sad, you know, because eventually if they want to definitely play college or NFL, this is where they should start.
Well, that's why we're out here. We're promoting it. We're out here promoting it. We are keeping these kids safe. We're teaching them the correct techniques and getting these kids ready to play at a competitive level, an athletic level, but being safe playing athletically. So, and that's kind of what they're doing in the NFL too. So we're just following after the NFL with that one. So, let's talk conditioning, man. How important do you think conditioning is for your team this year?
Oh, it's very important because once the season starts, you know, it's tough. Some of the kids haven't been doing anything in the summer, up all night playing video games, Fortnite. just spending up all their time. So when it's time to get out here and conditioning, they're not ready. But once we get in mid-season, these kids should be at their tip-top form. Once we make it to the playoffs and championship, that's when it counts.
All right, well, work these guys out, man, because I can see it. It's going to definitely pay off. And I was looking at some of your other coaches. I've been hitting up these little teams first. Man, Coach Q over there is going crazy with the kids. I don't know if he's a physical trainer or something, but yeah, he definitely has it going on. So you can peek over there and see, man, he's got them going.
And they probably doing more training than we doing right now.
No, I know. And all I'm saying is that I know that the conditioning, it has an accumulative effect towards the end of the season. And the people that work a lot on conditioning seems like they have an upper hand in the edge. So I'm just giving a little my 2 cents on, and this is the same stuff I talk every year. So other than that, I've been stressing a lot with a lot of the coaches and all the different organizations that I'm going through that, we're all family, man. And I know you're a Christian man out there and you promoting all this kind of stuff on a regular. So we're making connections with these kids, we're making connections with the family. I'm promoting people to get out there, tap somebody new on the shoulder, introduce yourself, because that's what this is about. This is about family, meeting new people, so that later, a few years in the community, we're all still connected. You know what I mean? So, all right. So, is there anything you want to say out there to your parents, man? Give your parents any props for giving you all this lovely support this year?
Well, I just want to thank the parents for supporting us for the years that we've been here. As we explained to the kids yesterday, that this is volunteer. We don't get paid for this. So we just told them, man, we work double shifts, we work long hours up at 4 o'clock in the morning. To come out here, this is a blessing, and this is just time spent well.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you one last question, man. Why do you do it?
Hey, man, because I love the kids.
Exactly. All right, man. I'll give it up to you, man. Good luck this year, man. Hope you guys get that championship. Even though championships ain't everything, it's all about being out here with these kids.
Well,
good luck.
We want this one.
Oh yeah, I feel you, man.
Bengals,
Oh yeah.
Come on, LB.
LB, this is a tackle drill. Tackle drill. Go again. Tackle drill.
Hey.
Right?
Hey,
this is not come in and hit him and block him, all right?
Come on, man.
I know you're good at that. You've been doing real well at that, but I need you to come in here, wrap, drive.
Gotta get mad or something.
Here we go. Set.
Hold on the ball to the ground.
Albie, you gotta get him on the ground. No, he good. What you mean? Hey, Dante, get up there.
If he not a chunky lineman, let him stay.
All right.
Set.
All right.
Up. Pay attention, boy. Set. There we go. Set.
Quick whistle.
Why you tackling so high? Yeah. Hey, that's because he ain't ran the ball. Set. Not bad though, not bad, Chop, not bad. I like it.
All right, what's up, Vacaville? We in the house. Vacaville Bengals camp here. I'm with my man, Dean.
What's up with it?
Hey, so first of all, I got to give it up and give props to all the guys out there that I respect. Dean is another one. His coaching style is phenomenal. The way he connects with the kids, his group of kids are so proficient at what they do. It's really at a higher level than most coaches even know how to deal with kids at youth sports. You know what I mean? So I got to give you props on that, dog. So I heard through the grapevine through Brandon Jackson that you guys are now going unlimited. How do you like that?
I like it. You know what I'm saying? We was a year away last year.
Okay.
So we're gonna come in and we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna hit the ground running.
Okay. Now I know so much about football and what it takes to get teams proficient. I know he's going to be able to do it because really it's just the intensity that you install in kids. And it don't matter if you have a whole new group of kids coming from the same coach, you're going to have pretty much the same result. Mm-hmm. So, do you see any challenges coming up with the new age stuff? Or
I mean, nah, not really. You just got to hold the kids accountable for their actions. You know what I'm saying? You can't baby them. You know what I'm saying? We got some kids from the other Bengal team and they're fitting right in. And, we just ready to roll.
Yeah, and I've like when I was over at the Fairfield Falcons, I mean, you can honestly see like certain kids, the new additions when they because the level, the power level is way up here. Kids hitting so hard, and I mean, I can see it. You know what I mean? That's why almost concerning a little way. But I mean, if you're a good coach, I guess you're going to be able to handle all that. So I ask all the coaches. Dean is real good with the kids. He knows how to get them elevated to the next level. How do you keep the kids safe though? How does all that happen?
You just start at the beginning. You teach them the little stuff. That way when they get in the middle of the game, they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You prepare them for everything so they don't leave nothing out. Okay. So there's no situation that's going to be too big for them because they know everything already.
Yeah. No, you have your kids prepared. Now, I'm just going to ask you, because I've always asked this from a lot of other coaches, and some people don't understand, some people do understand. Man, what's more important? Like the mental part of the game, the physical part of the game, the conditioning. Like what actually brings the championships?
Championships is won in the off season.
Okay.
So that's where we start at.
Yeah. Now your kids are phenomenally fit. So that is like people don't even realize that's leaps and bounds. It might be all genetic. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But realistically, the athleticism that you have and that you can cultivate and enhance. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's definitely what Dean is known for, enhancing those kids. Physically. What about the mental? How important is the mental?
Very important. Grades is important. So if they can do it in the classroom, this is easy.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have most of my team is straight A students.
Okay.
From all over, from Travis to De La Salle Academy to Fairfield Susan School District. They on point.
Yeah, you install that no nonsense attitude, and when it comes to everything, you're like, I'm very impressed when I see your kids hit the field. It's like watching Little Soldiers or something because they're so disciplined. So I got to give you props on that. The Fairfield Falcons and you guys are all history. Explain a little bit about the history that goes on with you guys. How you guys all know each other? Because I know you guys are all connected.
Yeah, well, Brandon Jackson, his 10U team, we was together before that at Cadets.
Okay, so I can see it, man. You guys all have that coaching style that's a little bit more tough on the kids. Yours is a little bit more disciplined. I'm seeing that, but it's more tough on the kids. But it gets those results, man. Like you look at that first hit on that first Fairfield Falcon video, man. And that was the first day of practice. That's pretty phenomenal. You know what I mean? So, how's the schedule looking this year, talent-wise? Are you facing against some good teams? Do you know yet? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some good teams on there.
Okay.
The Vallejo Jags always gonna bring it.
Okay.
The Dynamites is gonna be there. Sacramento Bulldogs is definitely gonna be, because they branched off from the Ducks.
Okay, so the Ducks are no longer?
No, the Ducks is still there.
Okay, but I
know that team we played in the championship is with the Bulldogs now.
Okay.
So, they gonna bring it. But, it starts here.
Yeah.
It starts here. Hey, so we're not worried about nobody.
Yeah.
So,
And I hear you. Hey, I'm always a big philosophy, about showing love in the community, man. I'm kind of getting, the older I get, I'm a little softy, you know what I mean? But real talk, we got to remember, and I know you do an excellent job with your kids, connecting with the kids, and I see that he's like a youth, he's probably addicted to coaching because he goes from one sport to the next and has a group of kids that follow him, and they're very well trained, so you got to give it up to him. I mean, he's got kids going to the elite schools, he's got kids getting scouted and stuff, so you got to give it up to him. But real talk, overall, man, I always want to, remind people that it's all about connecting, man, and connecting with the families and connecting with the kids, So you out there connected with the kids and the families this year?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Hey, we try to do all type of fun stuff, keep everybody on the same page.
Exactly. So, I always got to give it up. And you know how we do it. So I'm out here showing homage to one of my great coaches that I've had a witness to record many of his games back in the day. So, I always got to give these guys respect for what they do out here, spend their times with the kids. Man, is there any messages that you want to send out to the parents this year?
I want to let everybody know if they want real coaching for their kids, it ain't no daddy ball over here. hey, we focus on their weaknesses. But hey, bring them to the Vacaville Bengals. Where it's gonna be love, no drama, and you know you're gonna get real coaching.
Hey, like I said, it sounds pretty similar to what Brandon Jackson said. He said something like, you know, he gonna go hard on them and then love them later. You know, said pretty much the same philosophy. So come on down here. They're gonna definitely get your kids a chip on their shoulder. They're gonna be organized, disciplined. They're definitely gonna be a little bit tougher when they're dealing with the process. They're gonna be well-trained coach, and it's just a lovely process, to be honest. You know, physically, mentally, you know, it gives the kids something to be proud of. You know what I mean? So, gotta give it up to these coaches, man. Spending these times with the kids. Like I said, is there anything else that you want to send out to the community? Let them know what you're doing. If you might need any support or anything like that. You know, football is not cheap, and you know, fundraising and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, hey, we do got a fundraiser coming up.
Okay.
It's a raffle ticket fundraiser.
Okay.
And it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. I'll keep you guys posted.
Okay. Cause you know, getting traveling expenses for these teams to travel and stuff, they gotta raise the money. So all the support is needed. If you guys want to help and reach out and support some of these guys, or either show other ways to help support these guys, man, we're all ears. You know, hit us up and let us know what's going on. All right, we appreciate you guys. And this is Vacaville Sean. I'm out.
Coach Dean, peace.
Hey, good luck, Coach Dean, on this season. He's been killing it for the last few years. What's your records been lately, man?
Man, you know, well, we play year-round football, so we just got done with spring. We won spring nationals, and we finished at, I want to say, 8-1.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment, man.
We won the championship, the spring championship, and the spring national championship. Then we won the fall cadet championship, and we're going for the 11U championship AYF, unlimited.
All right. That's what it's all about. Good luck, Dean. Hey, at 11U unlimited, y'all better watch out, because Dean's coming. All right, man.
For sure.
Okay.
That was soft.
Hey.
He told you about confidence. Hey, get mad. All shoulder, that was no head. You can't say your head hurt.
Let's go, me, cowboy.
All shoulder.
Straight water.
This is drill call. Not holler that. Goal line. You see where the cones are? Those are the goal lines. Your job is to stop him from getting across that. How can you do that if you only take one step to his 6? When you hear that whistle, I don't care how far he is, you go as fast as you can. Let's go. To the goal line. That's it. Why you doing that? Get your hands off your knees. That's not ready position. There we go. Set. Ladder. Go. Yeah. Look at this. I take that effort. That was much better than the first one. That's all I'm asking for. Cowboy, look at me. I'm coaching perfect effort. You don't have to have perfect execution. Perfect effort. That's what we're doing out here. Remember? All right. Give me perfect effort on the next one. Sarah, go. Oh, you gotta let's go. You hit better than that. Come on, man. Hit it right. Let's go. You gotta see it. Break down and hit it. Let's go. Come on. Hey. Make sure you get lower than him. Okay? Balance. There you go. I'm at the set. Go.
Keep your head up.
Do that. Hit him. Okay? You hit him. Okay? Don't receive each other. I don't want you guys to run up, stop, and then touch each other. I want somebody to rush through the other person. Okay? Let's go. Go down. Set. Go. What are you waiting on? Stop. Set. Go. Hey, look out. Oh, man. Set. Go. Run hard. Look, come here. Set. Go. Set. Go.
Hey, chop your feet, Ruben.
Go, last two. Hey, Go get, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Good job, dope. Sit. Forget about that.
DJ.
Good hit.
Position. Wake up. Quick whistle.
Keep your head up, man.
Don't grab.
Put
use the fingers. That's how fingers get broken and stuff. You can't grab.
Go as hard as you want, but you can't go. I'll take it, Martin. I'll take it. Just be a little bit more aggressive. I'll take that, though.
Hey, Martin, you gotta attack.
Set.
Hey, down the middle. You went to the side.
Set.
Told him not to use his head.
Oh.
He went down the
That's
middle.
good. That's good. That's good. I like it.
Come on, Al. Stay low. Get low. Hey. Bruce,
got him high.
You're jumping on his back, Bruce.
Let's go. Tag.
Set.
You took one step.
I love football. I love football. I love it. Get it in there.
Stop leading with your shoulder. You were hurrying.
I love that little taste. We'll switch it up. Go get him. Go get him. I'm at me. This was you. You see the difference? You see the difference? That's my man. That's what I'm talking about. Now give it to me every time. Set. Whoa! Set.
Go. Not slamming. Wrap him up and. Come on, cowboy.
You gotta move your feet. Hey, once y'all stand each other up, it's who's gonna win the battle of the feet. Yes. Oh. That's you can, right?
Well, you gotta stay off the ground.
Set. Go get up.
Hey, listen.
Nice.
Holding, grab, and hold up.
As you can. Set.
Come on, Chop.
Oh, he good. More like he landed. No, he landed on his own foot. Yeah, I thought.
I'm looking at his.
Damn, we gonna pick one line. He's first.
Get out of here. Trying to set up matchups. Go stand over there. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
All muscle. Linebacker. All muscle right there. Where all the backs going.
Get on, explain it. Get to the blocker, huh? Driving, we block.
Hey, go! Hey, come on. Set, go!
Read it. What's up?
Hey, Commando. Good job, but stay on him, all right?
Stay on the block.
Set, go! Set, go!
All right, guys. Thank you guys for staying tuned in the video for so long. This has been a long one, but I definitely wanted to touch base with a lot of the coaches, and I know it's been a long video, but a lot of people are involved in this video, so I don't want to cut everybody out. There's a lot of kids involved with the video as well, so we got to give everybody their props for coming out and putting in this work. It's all about recognition. Everybody gets to see their part and enjoy what they do here out of this Vacaville Bengals football field. But once again, I got to give it up to the coaches, because the coaches, at the Vacaville Bengals, they're performing at a high level, and this video once again is to kind of let everybody else see that, and they can also grow and learn off of these videos, and not to say that we're the best, but we try to be. So other than that, this is the Vacaville Bengals. We love what we do. We're out here giving it all for the kids. If you guys need anything from Mr. Media Man, you guys just go ahead and holler. I'm here to support the community. Also, I'm sorry this video took so long for me to get out, but I have broken into the real estate game, and that has taken up a lot of my time, unfortunately. But I still love to do videos, and I will come out and do them as much as I can. But I did want to apologize with the real estate, and it is a very time-consuming venture. So sorry it took so long, but hey guys, good luck on this season. It looks like you guys are all having a lot of fun. So this is Vacaville Sean. You know how we do it, and I'm out.
Good job, Samaj.